Third set action here. The Premier Volleyball League Open Conference, right straight from the BCV Social, Civic and Cultural Center in Bacara, Ilocos Norte. Magandang gabi, Pilipinas. Boom Gonzalez and Remulia Kanda. Aitin Sai, by the way, who is the only on-cam talent there in the venue witnessing this live. But we want to say hi to everybody watching in whatever platform you're watching through, as the CREAMLINE Cool Smashers, the defending champions, looking good and looking good at the right time, and in the first two sets.
You see the chemistry is there.
You know, we were tied at 14 all. There was like around the 17-point mark, and then the 19-point mark, and then ito na, humiwalay na naman ang CREAMLINE. They did it a little later than in the first set. Medyo mas kumapit ang Santa Lucia, which is also a good sign for them, I guess, for a team that is looking for chemistry, that you're getting better by the set. Now let's see if here in the third set they can recover from the late set collapses. So
and it has to be sooner. Yeah. Much sooner, and if they can, it's managing to get a lead over CREAMLINE, at least here in the third set, just to shake things up a bit. Hopefully, let's see if they can.
Yeah, right now it's 3-0 though. Phillips. Go to the other side. Valdez. Phillips will keep it in play, so that's an easy over. 3-0 for CREAMLINE. They go to Eliza in the middle, and she puts it away.
You see pure joy in their faces.
That's the play. That's the play right there. Hinatak ni Risa Sato at tinapos Eliza Valdez for a 4-0 lead here. Premier Volleyball League. Second game earlier today. Again, Cherry Tigo crossovers beating the PLDT home fiber power hitters. Cheng. Chance ball. A chance to score a point. They go to Phillips in the middle, and it's checked, but it goes out. So the first point in set number 3 for the Santa Lucia Lady Realtors.
You know, what's interesting in the previous set is that you know, the stats in terms of attacks, not so far for the Lady Realtors, 11 attack points, 13 for the Cool Smashers, but where the Cool Smashers really had an advantage was their blocking. And you mentioned this, they had 4 block points. Santa Lucia, despite the height, only got 1 block point. So I think in that sense, the approach to how they will make sure mahihirapan ng konti yung blockers ng CREAMLINE, right? It's important now for the Lady Realtors.
And quietly, Eliza has built 12 points and 9 attacks and 3 blocks. I mean, if you, right?
Yes.
Quietly,
normally,
no?
we will mention her name a lot. But
Oh, yes,
yeah,
that's right. Yeah.
But in this case, yeah, you're right. Very quiet.
Yeah. Because we were paying attention to Mitch Gumabao and Janet Panaga. And yan ang veterano talaga. Yung, you know, just, again, in her own words, just picking her spots, and just all of a sudden, she already has 12 points.
But, you know,
And,
also
yeah, go
speaks
ahead,
a lot about how Gia is managing the place, right?
Now, Jonas Abete will move out for her old teammate and now still teammate, Jovi Prado, way earlier here. Coach Orculio is making a change earlier in the set now because they are down 5. Phillips. Gumabao. Look at the power behind that.
I think that's what is missing at this point. Ano? It's, you see that the returns or yung balik ng bola from the side of CREAMLINE, there's so much power, there's so much force, and probably something that we are looking for also.
Those twice-a-day workouts that she's complaining about is really serving
that's
her
the
well. But it's the same thing. She and Eliza said they did not believe, because they were trying to play catch-up, right? Everybody's trying to play catch-up. As you look at the numbers for Mitch, and they're leading 7-2. All these teams are trying to play catch-up in the last 2 months. So some of the teams, if not all of them, went to twice a day, which they haven't felt in 2 days, or since their college days. As we go into the first technical timeout here, and Mitch Gumabao again scoring, but the difference that she makes fun of it because it brings her back to college, sabi niya. Pero hindi na pang college yung edad daw nila.
I the sacrifice of training
Right.
twice a day to catch up
Right.
is just showing.
You know, speaking of age, and I had Mosey Ravenna guesting on our show this morning, the game weekend, and she made an excellent point about, again, we're talking about this new professional Premier Volleyball League, right? It's a professional league, and it's also a league full of superstars. But the point here is, it's a different generation and batches of superstars. You're talking about the Isa Maisas, and then the generation of Eliza Valdez, and then the generation of Tots and Isa Molde, di ba? Parang from Tina Salak pa, di ba? Who just joined the PVL. You're looking at all of these batches coming together in one professional league as the Lady Realtors here are struggling and are down by 6.
And you know, if you're a young player and you get to play against these veterans, you get exposed to this kind of volleyball. That
Imagine
is
that.
amazing.
Imagine that. We never thought it would happen, but it is happening. And the other thing that's happening, it's the Creamline Cool Smashers pounding the Lady Realtors into submission here in set number 3. Palomata. Palomata was there, but just too much force and power behind the Gemma Galanza strike. It is an 8-point lead for the defending champions. I know you have some numbers with you, and I don't know if you are allowed to share.
Of course, I am allowed to share. But just some of the top scorers in the second set, previous set. So we have Pontillas right on point because we were talking about her total of 6 points, mostly coming from her offense, 4 points on that. And Valdez, we mentioned how she's already scored 12 points so far in this match. In the second set, she scored 5 points, 4 from attacks, and 1 block point. Still,
biggest lead of the match, 10-2, and this time the Cool Smashers looking like they don't want to wait towards the end of the set anymore. They want to continue the run early here. Panaga also playing very well. Panaga must be happy because, you know, they couldn't beat Creamline, right, in the finals, and now she's okay. She's joined the other side as Jay Phillips gets the point. 3 will be serving 10. A multi-sport girl. Did you know that? That she played. We're not talking about just playing a sport. She competed in different sports as Michelle Gumabao gets a crack in that ball, finds it, and forces the ball through it. 11-3 is our score.
nice move. She's very athletic.
MJ Phillips,
very
yeah.
athletic.
She was competing all at the same time. Softball, basketball, and volleyball. Volleyball being her favorite. Wow. Yeah. Prado getting the point there. 4, serving 11. Maaga pa dito. This is early in the third set, you know. Gotta get something going if you're the Lady Realtors. Joey Prado, another veteran. Man, that power from Gemma Galanza.
And this is what we are seeing. Most of the attacks really coming from the side of the Cool Smashers. There's so much force
You're right.
put into it. And you
That's
see
a
that,
good
no?
point,
Pagdating
yeah.
sa block, you see the way the ball bounces back.
That's an excellent point. May diin talaga, no?
Nanggigigil sila
Yeah.
because it's about
Good.
time.
How about that? Prado with a couple of attacks here to bring some life into this Lady Realtor campaign. Through the block. And a faster strike too.
Exactly what they need at this point.
5 Serving 12. Oh, Morado saw it. She saw so much real estate, if I may use the realtor.
Sumobra lang.
Oo, sumobra lang. Nakita niya, laki ng espasyo doon. Liza Valdez not worried. They have a 6-point lead and then a 2 sets to love lead. Little mini rally here for Santa Lucia. Seven will be serving 12. 3 points to attacks and a block. Easy take on the receive. Nobody home at the back. Nasara ng pinto. Etong si Liza Valdez. Was that Cheng responsible for the block, Anne?
Let's take a look at that. I think it's Cheng.
It is. Just read it well. So a timeout here will be called by Coach Sherwin Meneses, the interim coach of the Creamline Cool Smashers. As Coach Tai Bundit, I saw a video of him, you know, on a tripod on the phone while
Training.
Cool Smashers were doing the drills, and Mitch was saying that it is as intense as ever. But Eliza says
a much-awaited matchup is brought to you today by the Premier Volleyball League. The Creamline Cool Smashers PVL defending champions versus the Santa Lucia Lady Realtors. Creamline Cool Smashers team captain Eliza Valdez is excited and confident even without the presence of Coach Tai today, given that their team strengthened their connection in their 2-month bubble as seen in the previous sets. Eliza is also accelerated upon entering the Pro League, given that she can inspire many kids to take on that same volleyball path as hers. On the other side of the court, Nika Reyes is also as thrilled to play with and against legendary players. According to her, the strength of the Santa Lucia Lady Realtors lies within its roster filled with veterans and additional guidance coming from Aiza Maizo Pontillas. Both teams are focused on their individual movements and are ready to fight to get their team on the winning track. Let's continue the game to see who will get the upper hand.
Said inside, reporting inside the PCV Social, Civic, and Cultural Center in Baccaray, Ilocos Norte. Perfect. She was talking about that connection between her and Eliza Valdez and Tai Bundit. And I just wanted to continue just to finish this thought. In the middle of this rally, by the way, Anna, Del Palamata is still serving.
You jinxed it, I think.
Thanks, partner. Thanks for looking out. 13-10, Cool Smashers, but she's been serving for a while. This rally was good to get them back into it because they were down by 8 at this in this set, 10-2 kanina. So just to finish that thought, Eliza did say that she misses the intensity, the personal intensity that Coach Tai provides in the training area that people do not see.
Well, of course, everything is very different. The players, the coaches, you know, in this setup of, you know, in the pandemic, there's a lot of adjustment that needs to be made. But I'm pretty sure, because si Coach Tai, ganun siya, diba? So much energy, yeah, something that they probably miss. But soon enough, they'll be together again.
14-10. Another service error. That's the third for the Creamline Cool Smashers. And she reiterates the fact that yung hindi nyo nakikita, mga hindi nyo nakikita sa TV, that kind of intensity, and I can only surmise what it meant, but we can just imagine it's 10 times.
10 times more.
Sabi ko nga, 10 times better, no? Sabi niya, 10 times worse.
I was gonna say 10 times more intense. Worse pala.
Phillips trying to go cross court. Back line. The Realtors have a little spring to their step here in this rally that they're in. They're in the middle of it. They're down 3. They open up to Valdez. You need a point. They go to Eliza Valdez. Just could not handle it, Mika Reyes. Delaying the ball, but nobody getting to that. 15-11 now. So the rally has been stymied by the Cool Smashers. Cheng. Phillips in the middle. Is that out? Oh, they get the point. multiple shoulder problems in the past years. We hope that she will be healthy as she cuts it right on the line. Beautiful, beautiful angle there to really capture that point. It's tough. Underhand, Valdez on the opposite side. Bobby Celso says no touch. So the Lady Realtors now within whispering distance again of Sherwin Meneses and the Cool Smashers. Cheng. Gumabaw. Again, a lot of force behind the swing, getting them to the second technical timeout. 16-13. Ayun na naman yung point na sinasabi ni Ann na pag sila humampas, lakas talaga. So it's 16-13 here in the third set. Creamline ahead 2 sets to love. Later on, by the way, we will remind you about the schedule for the next few days, and boy, buckle up because 6 days a week, as you mentioned, Ann.
It's gonna be a full hectic schedule.
Yeah, like even tomorrow, same schedule at 3 p.m. Petrogas versus the Black Mamba Army, and also Bali Pure will debut versus Chocomucho. That should be good. The youngsters of Bali Pure versus pretty much intact team also of Chocomucho, of Coach O. So 16-13 is our score. 2-0. Boom Gonzalez and Remulla Kanda. Right here at the One Sports Studios in Reliance in Mandaluyong, while the action is happening in, of course, Ilocos Norte, in Bacara, as a service error gives the Lady Realtors a point, 14 serving 16. That's another one taken by Gemma Galanza. So when Gemma's in front, Eliza's at the back. Kyla Atienza was there just in case. One man to beat, or one woman to beat rather, as Risa Sato pushes it to the other side. Prado receiving. Delayed by the block, so here come the Cool Smashers. Galanza angles her body. Great reaction by Sato. Sa kabila pumunta, Michelle Gumabaw. The dive from Prado. Too much underneath the ball from Isa Maizo Pontillas.
And this is what we don't want to see. You know, a repeat
Oo nga
of
pala.
the previous
Yeah,
sets.
you're right.
Ito yun eh, meron palaging turning point
May
as
pattern, ano?
may pattern as you, it's about ending the set that they've struggled with so far.
Phillips delays her flight. Pumreno ng konti. And made the right call there, as it probably confused the defender too, the blocker. 18-14. I'll make that 18-15. Gia goes behind Pineda. Atienza will set it up. And access denied by Del Palomata. They're still in this. Talking about the Lady Realtors hanging tough. Bobby Celso on top of the action.
Look at that. Palomata with a smile. It's nice to see them smiling. Kanina si
You're
Kai
right.
Balwalwa was, you know, signaling to her teammates, okay, guys, gotta smile.
Phillips could not get her footing. As Gumabaw again, that's again just full force. That's why it goes where it goes. Ooh, tough fall for MJ Phillips. Hope she's okay. 19 serving 16. Palomata pushes, not good enough. Morado trying to trick the defenders. Nope, not that time. This is just a 2-point deficit. What are you see? Are you surprised with what you've seen in the first day so far? I mean, in general, with the two teams, did you expect a little sloppier than this? Maybe more errors, or are you surprised with especially with the Cool Smashers with some good play and after that attack?
I'm actually quite surprised with how cohesive they look, knowing that we know that these guys have trained. No, most of them have trained throughout the pandemic. But again, like what you mentioned, iba yung naglalaro kayo. It's very different to have an opponent. But you see how cohesive they look. They move with chemistry and all of that. For the Lady Realtors, we expected a bit of struggle because of that point naman. The strength of Creamline is chemistry. Sa kanila, yun naman yung kulang.
And maybe Coach Ed Orculio also looking for a combination. It looks like he found a gem here in Jovi Prado in this third set.
Yes, and that's what I was about to mention. It's that trial and error that they're trying to do. And it's good that, you know, as the sets progress, you see that they're seeing it. Nahahanap nila.
Nahanap, speaking of. Finally, after a couple of attempts, Gia Morado able to find that donut hole in the defense of the Lady Realtors. There you go. That's the campfire look, as they say. Everybody going for it, but nobody getting it.
You see it.
Yes, but you're just too late. Tots Carlos, Pao Soriano having fun. Ella De Jesus makes her first appearance.
You know, these teams have very deep benches. Ang daming pwedeng hugutin. And we're only on day 1.
21-18. And Mika Reyes puts it away. I think I know the surprise that... I don't know if that's the surprise that Eliza Valdez was talking about Ella De Jesus. Because I remember a month ago I interviewed Ella and she said she might play libero. But she's not dressed as libero, obviously.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that was the surprise.
But it probably means that, you know, they've trained for it, or she could be a defense specialist.
Well, she's good at it, regardless.
Yes.
She's actually listed in our lineup as a libero. But of course, right, we've seen Kyla Atienza throughout the match. I am surprised. You're speechless, Anne.
I am. So I'm trying to process.
FJ Phillips getting them closer here. 2 points, 22-20.
It pays to have versatile players.
Oh,
you
definitely,
can,
definitely. Janelle Cheng. In the meantime, another transferee. Finding a new home with Santa Lucia. Serving it to Atienza. Valdez on the opposite side. Maizo gets a hand on it. Phillips rises and fools the defenders at the net. What a move by MJ Phillips.
This is definitely a much better set. Very good progression for the Lady Realtors.
Oh, look at that. Last second, just over the fingernails of Risa Sato.
I guess this time around, it's just really about playing smart, finding those holes on the other side.
Now, in the last two sets, sets 2 and 1, you saw the Creamline Cool Smashers at the right time making a switch or putting it in a different gear. So let's see if the Lady Realtors have learned a little bit of the lessons from that first 2 sets, from those first 2 sets. Four teams rather, in the opening day of the first professional volleyball league in the Philippines. And they're putting on a show here. The Cool Smashers and the Lady Realtors down by 1. Good serve, good receive, good toss. Chance here for the Lady Realtors. They go to Isa Maiso and she scores.
The game is not yet over according to the veteran.
22 all. Janelle Cheng. And by the way, for those who are still not, with the program, if you notice, teams are not switching courts.
There are a lot of protocols
Right.
that we need to adjust.
Wow, for the first time in the last 3 sets, the Lady Realtors take the lead towards the end of the set. Can they sustain this? Ano ba yun? Mistime ba yun, Ann?
It seemed like it, yes.
Phillips's length playing a factor at the net there. Reverse. Valdez. Pontillas was there. Phillips will try again. This time, the Cool Smashers with a counter. Pineda with a pickup. Cheng in the middle. Reyes unable to put it away. Gumabaw. Phillips. Cheng. Help! Did you hear that? Somebody screaming, help! And for the first time in this match, the Lady Realtors with a set point.
And it's a different approach for the Lady Realtors. It's not about those strong hits. How they've scored the points is really just finding those holes and spots.
Oh, tips lang, ano?
Tips lang eh. Puro tips lang behind the blocker where, you know, there's no coverage.
Somebody touched the net. Bobby Celso sees it. The all-seeing Bobby Celso.
And this isn't
Magta-timeout si Coach Orculio dito. Lady Realtors lost a set point. They still have one more. Coach Ed Orculio on your screens.
Let's go, guys.
Remember, no fans. But I love how the game is still as intense as it can be, even without the fans. Trying to manufacture their own energy in Ilocos Norte at the PCV Social Civic and Cultural Center in Bacara. 24-23. Creamline looking to tie and extend this third set. Cheng. Phillips behind. Nobody home! Lahat nakakumpul.
maybe yung capit that Creamline
Was that a double block?
is displaying at this point. Yes, it is.
It was Sato,
But
though.
Sato,
Will be credited for that one.
you see the wave, you know? She really tried to reach for that ball.
Mais will go with the response. 25-24. Third set action here on One Sports.
Crucial point here for the Lady Realtors. Again, like what we mentioned, all of the games matter. It's a single round robin.
Oh, missed opportunity there. But this girl, Joey Prado, has been a spark in this third set, and regardless of how this ends. So we're going to an extension for set number 3. Panaga has been solid, and she's back in. Eliza, you know that she's always the go-to in moments like these. Gumabaw. Blocked. Back to Mitch. Checked again. Reverse. Galanza. Over the blockers. Cheng will lift it up to Phillips. Long rally here. Morado. Reverse set to Gumabaw. And again the door shut down by the Realtors.
Palumata and Phillips
This
using their height.
What a rally. That is the third set point. There you go. That reaction from MJ Phillips. And she's on deck with another set point, their third. Misreceived, but Creamline recovering. A chance here for Santa Lucia, but they turn it over. Oh, and we're going to a fourth. What a fight back by the Santa Lucia Lady Realtors. We will be back on One Sports.